Hello, welcome back to Matt's the Chef, number 4. Easy peasy prawn korma. Easy peasy because we're using frozen prawns. We are using desiccated coconut, ground almonds, all in packets, Sainsbury's, not the cheapest but good quality. The ever youthful Patak's korma paste. This is a lifesaver, this stuff. All the Patak's, please sponsor me Patak's. All the Patak's pastes are just the best. Coconut oil, you will need this if you want a better flavour. Just go to Aldi. Don't go anywhere else. This stuff is cheap in Aldi and it's really, really good. You will pay at least twice as much in the other supermarkets. I know because I've done it. Gonna chop up a little bit of coriander to throw on the top at the end, but you're going to need a decent coconut milk. The Alpro one I find is good for us, that's a flavour we like. Get proper, bona fide, authentic Greek yogurt. This is Sainsbury's Taste the Difference stuff. Asda do a great one as well. But get the Greek stuff, don't get the Greek-like, because it just doesn't have the same oomph, it doesn't have the same power. A couple of 100 grams of mushrooms, which we've seen before. Decent onion, half or all of it, depending on your tastes. I've got from Asda. They're very tasty cold water prawns, large ones. They're all peeled. The thing about that is that you will need to cook them through. So put them in at the end, which you'll see, between 4 and 6 minutes. Don't go beyond 6 minutes, they'll be like little bullets. Don't go under 4 because they won't be heated through enough, and that's not good for you. Right, I'm gonna prep some stuff. Oh, and I've got a coffee on the go as well. Cheers. Buy some fresh ginger. Root ginger. Now this stuff isn't cheap, but have a search. It comes loose in the, you've seen it in the supermarket. Get yourself something that's got some boing about it, which means there's still some juices in there, because it can be quite dry, and especially if it's been snapped off by other customers. So just be careful, but get it, because it makes all the difference to taste. And you're going to need something about thumb-sized for that. Just scrape it with a knife to get it off, the skin off, and then we're going to chop it quite small, because otherwise you'll choke on it. Again, as we know, I've got a bowl of warm soapy water to one side and a little jug of fresh water, just in case. These things come in very handy. Right, just that's really nice and fresh. It smells beautiful as well. And you want to cut this down as small as you can get it. Because this is easy peasy, what you can do is you can make the sauce, and if you've got time, energy, the equipment, you can blitz it so the whole sauce becomes a paste like you'd get in a takeaway or something. Ours is going to be a little bit more rustic than that. Like that. Just chopping some stuff. Onion. Good. I've had a couple of rotten onions. I bought, you know, they come in a pack of 2 or 3, and you deal with one and it's fine, and then you get the other one out a few days later and it's rotten. So I think I'm going to go back to buying them individually. Get them fresher. Right, so next thing is get it in the pan. Okay, so we're in the pan. As I've said before, if you've got an induction hob, get stuff in the pan quickly because it heats up in no time flat. Now, coconut oil is the thing to use. It'll give the right flavors, but you kind of need to use a lot of it unless you're on a diet, in which case don't use a lot of it. Oh, that smells good. Okay, I'm going to put the overhead on because otherwise it's going to get very smoky. Right, first things in. Onion. Get that spread out. As soon as that starts to fizz, which is very nearly there with this stuff, mushrooms on top. Let the heat build. Get as much of this in as you can, because the flavour of that oil really will cook through. It makes a massive difference. So you can probably see it's starting to smoke now. That's that coconut oil burning off. So let's get the ginger in while it's nice and hot. Ooh, good stuff. Right, when we get these things quite brown, you're then going to need your coconut milk. And pour a good amount on. It's your dinner, it's your sauce. If you want it thick, thin, a lot of it, a little amount of it, do it your way. Have an experiment, see how you feel. I did it again, nearly forgot. Nearly forgot the paste. Put the paste in before you put the milk in. Tablespoon. Fabulous stuff. If your pan is hot, you need to work this quickly. Otherwise it will burn, and your pan needs to be hot because your mushrooms and your onion need to fry, not broil. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Right, now we can take a little bit of that heat off. Now we've coated everything. Coconut milk. Wow, that's already looking good. We've tried a few pastes. The reason we ended up with Patak's is because of my wife's issues with certain foods, and this stuff has got nothing in that she can't have, and it turned out to be the nicest one anyway, in our opinion. Right, good. Cup of frozen peas. Cup of frozen peas. It's a go-to favourite in our house. Do like a legume. And if you're a fan of Third Rock from the Sun, you'll get that remark. And if you're not, tough. Okay, so we need to get those frozen peas up to temperature. They'll take about 2 minutes. I think I'm going to add a little more milk. I like my sauce a bit more fluid than most. Right, while that's getting up to speed, open your bag of prawns. Don't get them out of the freezer too soon. They need about 3 hours to defrost. Just pour off any excess, which is what I'm going to do now. Because you don't really want any of that going in there, not if you can help it. There we go, that's starting to build up temperature now. Just give it another little blip up. Now, as I said earlier, you've got between 4 and 6 minutes for these to cook through. When they go in the pan, this is when we're going to be adding our ground almonds and our desiccated coconut. There we are, getting up to temperature now. We got that one, desiccated coconut, from the local international supermarket, but I was the other end of town today, that's why I bought the Sainsbury's ones to show you earlier. That's a fella, that's it. That's it, get it cooking. Okay. Get them in. Take note of the time, measure your 4 to 6 minutes. Now this is a personal taste thing. How much coconut, how much almond you put in. I prefer less coconut because you're using coconut milk, coconut oil anyway. And I prefer more almond because I like the nutty flavour. But it's up to you. You will have to keep an eye on the pan. You can't just walk away and wait your 4 minutes. You're going to have to mix it in. It will reduce quite heavily at this point because you put dried goods in there. So keep your milk at hand because you may need to just top it up. Oh, that's smelling good. That's smelling very good. A little splash more milk. I'm just going to let that simmer for a couple of minutes. Ooh, right, nearly there. So, while that's got a couple of minutes left to bubble, I'm going to get some coriander. More leaf than stalk if you can do it. Mind your fingers. Okay, back to the pan. That's thickened up beautifully now. So we can turn that right down to maybe 2. Now if anyone's got a dairy allergy, and a cousin of ours has, so we stopped right there and just served her that. That's good enough for her. For everyone else, you want to thicken it up with your Greek yogurt. Right, and big lumps of Greek yogurt. I like to put 3 tablespoons in because I'm greedy. And you can do this on a low heat, or if you've got a cast iron pan, you can switch the heat off completely. And do it. That's looking fantastic. Right, serve this up as fresh as you can.
Here's an answer translated from british.net.
Alexa, stop. Let's start again. Right. Serve this up as fresh as you can. Serving spoon. I wouldn't normally use metal in the pan, but I don't want to lose any of the sauce. So, that looks amazing. Now if you serve this up with either some steamed potatoes or some savoury rice that you've done earlier and you've kept in the fridge and you've gone out and you've microwaved, a little bit of coriander on the top, not too much. How nice does that look? Smells amazing. I'm going to enjoy that. Right, little drinkies. We've got from Aldi again. This is not a case of I just happened to be in there. I went in there and sought this out. This is a very, very beautiful French sparkling rosé, and it's brut, it's a dry. This is lovely. So when you're thinking about your carvers or you're thinking about the Proseccos and all the rest of it, just go and spend $7.99 on this. You will absolutely adore this, especially if you like the Zinfandels, the white Zinfandels and the Proseccos of this world. Very nice indeed. So let's see if we can do this without throwing tinfoil in the food and without exploding all over the place. Get one of these. Okay. Twist the bottle, not the cork. Oh, smells lovely. Cheers to you. Enjoy. I will. Oh, I'm going to finish that now. Fantastic. See you next time.